everyone, it's me Breyers, and I'm back again today with another unboxing video. So I have not one, not two, but 3 horses to unbox today. They're all traditional scale, and essentially the first one I'm going to start off with is the Collector Club spring model, which is Honeybear. Now I'm really happy Breyer decided to make this a really big run. I think he was available for like days on end, which is really unusual for the Collector Club models. The past couple of years, if you haven't really got them within the first hour or 2 hours, they've gone. So I think they're learning from their lessons, from their mistakes of last year of Lafayette, which is really good. So I'm just going to get him out of the box, and then because I was buying from America and I'm in the UK, shipping is like $60. So I hate paying shipping for like one horse. It's really one of my pet peeves. So I decided to purchase another 2 regular runs to come along on the journey and pray that I didn't get customs, which I somehow miraculously avoided. So yeah, we have Honeybear in here. Now I've been getting a real obsession with the Georg mould. I don't know if you can see behind me, but I got the original Premier Club Georg a few weeks ago. I have Theo, the regular run version. It's one of those molds that I've grown to really like. I always liked it, but at the minute I'm really into this mould, which is good because it seems Breyer is producing lots and lots of the Georg mould. So we'll just get into him. Oh, he's got like a really plastic smell. Let's see, so he's in this bag. And he's all protected. Here we go. So this is Honeybear. He is a chestnut pinto on the Georg mould. So this is the first kind of like patterned release, I guess, for Georg. He's had an Appaloosa release with oak, but not a pinto type release. And I think this colour really suits the mould. I'll show you a close-up of him at the end. But he's stunning. He's really nice on first impressions. I'm so glad they made a Collector Club model of him and that he was so readily available. I did like proper rush to get this model. My boyfriend ordered him within the first like 2 minutes because I was so desperate to get this horse and thought he was going to run out. But well done, Breyer, you've made a beautiful model. I really like him. He's got like tricoloured eyes and everything, which I'll show you up close. So that's the first model. I'm very happy to have him. So next up we have another of the 2021 regular runs. So this is MorganQuest Native Sun. So this is on the Troubadour mould, which I nearly forgot his name then. And he's a reining horse. So this is the back of the box. I'm going to be honest, the mould doesn't really speak to me of a reining horse, but I really like this liver chestnut colour, and I think this plain colour looks really nice on this mould. It's a really nice mould for performance and tack, so hence why I quite like it. So I'm going to unbox him off camera because it takes me a bit longer to get into the disguise, and then I will show you him and we'll do a little close-up. Okay, so here's MorganQuest Native Sun out of the box, and first impressions of him is he is a lovely colour. He's very simple, there's no markings on him at all, but the colour really shines through nicely. I will show you a better close-up of him in a minute because the light in here isn't great, but he's spotless. Like, this horse is beautiful. I think he's going to look amazing in photos, but also amazing out showing. I'd really like to get him to a live show actually, because he is in really good condition. I can't see any flaws on him, and I do think he's a really nice depiction of a Morgan. So yeah, really pleased with this horse, and I just think Breyer's regular runs seem to be getting better and better each year. You know, I try and say, oh well, I'm not going to collect too many regular runs, or I'm going to limit myself. And this year I find myself wanting pretty much all of the regular runs, which is bad for my shelf space. And staying on that theme, here's our third and final horse. So this is Adamek, who is the 2022 regular run on the Outer Nymel. I had to think then because I keep thinking it's 2021 still. But he's on the Altamine mould, so this is another model where it's their first regular on debut, same as with the Troubadour mould. And the reason I got this model was because I absolutely love bay horses, and the colour on this horse just looks absolutely stunning. So he's a portrait model, same as MorganQuest, based on a real life Faculteke. And I believe he's going to be at Breyer this year. I can't remember if Native Sun is as well, but it'll be really cool to learn a bit more about these horses during Breyer. Okay, so first impressions of Adamek, now I've had a chance to have a look at him out of box, is that he is a really gorgeous colour. He is a very rich bay and he has coppery undertones, so he's quite shiny and metallic in some places, but it's not too over the top and doesn't look realistic at all. I absolutely love his marking, so he's got 4 white socks and he's also got a blaze down his face, which has actually got some mapping, so Breyer have really tried to put in some detail, I think, with this model. He is gorgeous. I think this is a really good colour on the Altamine mould, and I'm really happy to have him in my collection. I think I've been quite lucky in that both him and MorganQuest seem to be really good quality. I've not seen any really glaringly obvious flaws on him, so I'm hoping that one day I can get him out showing, because I think he would be awesome in the show ring. I'm just looking to see if any live shows come up in the East Midlands in the UK, so if anyone knows of any, that would be fabulous, as that's one of my goals, is that I'd love to get out live showing. But anyway, that's a completely different tangent. So what I'm going to do is I'll pop them all in the light box and let's take a closer look at these lovely models. So first up in the light box, we've got Honeybear, the 2022 Collector Club release. And I'm so happy with this model. He is beautiful. I love the colour on the Georg mould. And I just think he has the sweetest face, this model. He also has quite detailed eyes. I don't know if the camera is picking it up for you, but his eyes are really nice. They're like a tricolour. And then he has this lovely gold in his mane, but it's not too over the top that it's unrealistic. And then this is his pattern on his show side. I think the pattern's lovely and crisp on this model. On my version, I'm really happy with it. He's got a big blaze on the front of him. And then this is his offside. So he's a lovely boy. I am so pleased that Breyer made him really nice and accessible for the Collector Club members this year, as I know things like the Lafayette model, where there was a lot of problems with him, they seem to have learned from their mistakes and have just made more of them, which that's fine by me. All I care about is getting the model. I'm not too bothered by the run numbers for these like Collector Club specials. But there he is. I would really recommend getting him if you don't have him already. He is a lovely model, and I think actually one of my favourite colours on this mould so far. Next we've got MorganQuest Native Sun on the Troubadour mould, and as you can see there's just a like slight hint of copper colour on his flanks and sort of his lighter areas. He's got some little tints in his mane as well, which is really nice. And he is a very plain colour, but I think he's a really nice depiction of that colour, so it does make up for it. As you can see from the front view, there's no face markings or anything like that. And then if I spin him to his other side, there we go. So you can see that kind of subtle colour coming through. I just think sometimes a simple model can be really effective, and I think this guy is one of those models. I particularly think he'd be a really good performance horse. You know, I think he could do Western, he could do English quite easily, and he's just a nice colour and not too expensive a model. I know sometimes when I'm tacking up, I'm always really terrified of my like Premier Club models and things, like scratching them with tack, so it's nice to have a really nice regular run version who can do a bit more of the work. Although I'm hoping to keep him in really good condition, as he's definitely nice enough to show. But here we go, you can see that subtle colour a bit better there, but really beautiful, simple, but I would say quite elegant, and I definitely recommend getting him. I think for the 2022 regular runs, he is definitely one of the nicest regular runs I've seen in a while. I'm hoping to get the rest of the regular runs for 2022 pretty much, but him and Adamek were my favourites, hence why I got them first. So let's swap over and then we'll have a look at Adamek. last but by no means least, we've got Adamek here. So he's a lovely bay. I'm just going to push him back a little bit because I think he would be better. That's it. There we go. You can really see the copper coming through there. He's got these lovely white crisp socks. And then if I come in closer to his face, you can see he's got some mapping around that face marking, which is quite cool. Breyer don't typically do mapping on their regular runs very often. Just some fairly plain hooves, but you can really appreciate the shading on this model. He is gorgeous, and I think he's definitely the nicest bay Breyer have done in a long time. So let me spin him round. Oh, there we go. He's such a long horse. That's the only downside with this model, is it is a really long model, so it is a bit of a space hog. Now here's him from his offside. So again, that lovely colour coming through. I'm going to spin him from this direction. So just a lovely horse. I am really happy to have him. I am going to make a confession that I have another on this mould coming as well, which if you've been watching my videos or following me on Instagram for a while, you'll know which horse that is. But I'm really excited for him to arrive, but my shelf space is definitely going to be depleted. So there we go. Let me spin him finally back round. That's Adamek for you. So that's all we have time for today. I hope you've enjoyed having a little look at these models with me. Let me know in the comments who was your favourite or which horse you're hoping to buy yourself. And I will see you again in another video soon. Bye bye.